Hello everybody, Rose Thorn here. Today I am doing a react to Foodie Beauty's live stream called No Starfishing Anymore. So this live stream went on for almost 2 hours. I have some good news for those of you that come here for the Foodie Beauty content, but due to her excessive eating and just basically doing the same things on camera all the time, here's how we're going to handle it today. I'm just going to play the front part of her live stream and just a clip from the later part of the live stream, which is showing BBJ, because I got some thoughts about that, plus the comments section, and react to that. And then we're just going to call it a day, because the majority of this live stream, it's basically content garbage. So we're going to limit the amount of stuff you guys are seeing of Foodie Beauty. We're just going to cut to the parts that I think are the most important and, go somewhere else and do something else. So let me just go ahead and share the screen real quick so you guys can see Foodie. And there she is. So as you can see, she's in her usual place on the couch. There's that same fast food that's been there for days, surrounded by trash. So anybody that was watching Foodie in Cuba and she was making all these promises about being a different person, oh, I'm not going to do edibles anymore and going to give you guys great content. Well, as you can see, Chantal did not keep her promises, obviously. The same old Chantal. I don't know what's going on with her, but she's been going nuts with the food. Absolutely nuts with it. Just constantly eating. And she just won't stop. And the crazy thing is, she's seeing Natter right now. It's not like they're not seeing each other. They're not talking. They are in communication, and she does go to see him. So I don't know what's fueling all these different binges. There's something going on. We could speculate all day long about what might be triggering her, but something has triggered the crap out of her, and she really needs to pull it all the way back. Really, she needs to pull it all the way back, or she's going to work herself into a position where she's bedbound and she cannot get out of bed. And Pete's is not someone that he has trained to deal with somebody who's bedbound. So let's just play the front part. You know what? Never mind. Let's go to the comment section first before I get into the live stream itself, because you guys know I love the comment section. Coco V says, okay, I'll confess that Pete's raging over jalapenos and olives on his nachos and Foodie Beauty laughing about it was pretty comical. I was laughing with her too. I don't know how his order gets wrong all the time. I think maybe Foodie purposely orders his food wrong to be able to ask for a refund so they can get free food. I mean, because his food is always coming wrong. So who's doing the ordering? Is it Foodie? Is she doing it on purpose just so she can say, oh, this is the wrong order. This is not what he wanted. We want a refund in order to get free food. I think that they might be scamming people over there. I really do, because how many times have we seen her on live stream say, oh, I don't like this. I want a refund. So there's Foodie trying to save money on food by constantly asking for a refund. And here's the interesting thing. In the front part of this live stream that I'm going to play for y'all, she talks about how the bank is even coming after her for that, that they're concerned about fraud and all that. So is something going on that the bank is looking at her funny because of all these return charges on her card? And they're saying, what's going on here? Is this fraud? Is it suspicious? Yeah, that's actually happening. That's a cue, Foodie. You might want to stop trying to scam different companies out of free food. Even the bank is taking notice. Workshop says the hysterical laughter about hearing about Dee Dee's pregnancy. See, this hasn't been confirmed. I've not watched this live stream. Is somebody bringing up a rumor that Dee Dee might be pregnant? I mean, Chantal said that there was some kind of pregnancy test wrapper or something over at Natter's house. I don't know if Dee Dee's pregnant. I know she's in her 40s. It's still possible for a woman that age to get pregnant. I don't think it's happened, but maybe that might be the trigger for Foodie. I don't know. I have no idea. No clue at all. Summerflower says, is she sticking to her story that she drove around for 6 hours last night in Montreal because she likes long drives and just didn't feel like going live? He's doing a live stream now, and in the beginning he said he wasn't on last night because a friend was over. Yeah, I wonder who that friend was. The one that always gives him the cash, buys his groceries. Yeah, that seems like that's the only kind of friend that Natter wants around him, somebody that benefits him. If you ain't got nothing to give him, then he ain't your quote-unquote friend. Pondu Pondon't says, translation, no one wants me to starfish for them. Who would want Chantal to starfish for them? This woman is a walking trash heap. She doesn't bathe. She doesn't take showers. She doesn't wash herself properly. She admits that she smells. It's really interesting with Chantal. She wants men to fawn over her and give her affection and give her love and give her romance and sensuality. Chantal, listen, you want these things, you at least have to be clean. No guy no guy wants to cuddle up to and get sexy with a woman who smells bad. I'm sorry. I mean, I know you like to be offensive, but if you want these things, then you got to work on these things. You got to work on yourself. You've got to be presentable. You have to be hygienic. You've got to take a shower. You've got to clean yourself. You've got to brush your teeth. You've at least got to be clean. You've at least got to do that. No guy is going to get aroused or turned on by a woman who smells bad. You've got to work on that if those are the things that you want. Aquarius Princess says that rage last night in Cuba was who what Chantal really is and what she really thinks about people and the things she really wants to say to people and how she wishes she could treat them. She truly believes she is above everybody else and we are the crap on her shoes. And the fact her VIBs pay her to treat them that way tells me a lot about who they are as people. So sad. You know, I'm absolutely convinced that there are people in Chantal's chat. A lot of them are feeders, or maybe they themselves might be people that they are engaging in unhealthy lifestyles and they're just looking for someone to relate to or look up to. And so that's why they hang around Chantal. Because who else would support someone who is doing multiple levels of self-harm? And yes, she is doing self-harm on camera and expecting to get paid for it. She's hurting herself with copious amounts of food, fast food, with drugs. She comes on camera binging out. She comes on camera messed up on drugs. And I have seen many, many, countless instances where she will be eating. She'll be eating lots of food. And these people will be in her chat saying, go ahead, eat some more food, order some more food, while she's eating. Who does that? They can't even wait for her to finish one meal before they're pressing her to buy another one. Feeders. And then if she's messed up on chemicals, take another edible, do some more stuff. Come on, do some cola. Yeah, I've seen that in her own chat. They are pushing her to be effed up on chemicals or eat until she makes herself sick, which I am absolutely shocked. That's not happened on camera yet, that she's not eaten to the point of throwing up. But they're always pushing her to do unhealthy things for their sadistic amusement. And Chantal is too stupid to figure that out. That the people in her chat, not all of them love her. Not all of them want the best for her. There's a lot of them, they really want her to hurt herself just so that they can laugh at her. There are some sadistic, evil, twisted people in her VIB chat. They want something bad to happen to Chantal. And she doesn't have the gumption to put her foot down and say, that's enough. I've eaten enough food. I've done enough chemicals, and that's all I'm doing tonight. No, she just does whatever the chat tells her to do. Yeah, so those VIBs, they're a bunch of twisted, sick people, a lot of them. Although I will say, Chantal is her own person. She can make her own decisions, and she keeps making Bad decision after bad decision. But you know what? Her VIBs, they are the battery in her back. They push her to do some certain things, you know, and they're not those people that they will go to her and say, listen, we're not going to pay for all of this binge eating on camera. We're not going to support this self-harm on camera anymore. You do this and we're going to hold on to our super chats. No, some of them encourage that behavior. I think a lot of her eating now is her catering to the feeders. Absolutely. She's catering to those feeders again, probably getting money behind the scenes for what she's doing. Mandy Valdez says, ma'am, it's okay to starfish. What is not okay is smelling like a fish when attempting doing the starfish position. Yeah. Chantal was in Cuba and she said that all women's private parts smell like fish. No, they don't, Chantal. No, they don't. No, they don't. A woman's private parts are not supposed to smell like seafood. If they smell like seafood, there's a problem. You got an infection. You need medication. Yours obviously has an infection and it smells like that. You won't go to the doctor and get that fixed, so it probably smells pretty rancid. But trying to claim that all women smell like that, no, ma'am. No, I'm a woman. My private parts do not smell like that. I don't know anybody else. It's a woman that theirs smells like that. Yours does. You might want to get that fixed. If you want a man to pleasure you, that smell will keep a man away by far. Keefster says, I'm not with him anymore. Nobody believes me. You were 100% with him as early as a couple of weeks ago and would still be if that call with Dee Dee didn't come out and tick you off again. Your moral character is beyond bankrupt. Yeah, she's bankrupt in every way as far as shame and embarrassment. There is no bottom to her. She doesn't feel shame or regret or remorse or embarrassment. She wallows in all that negativity and she's proud of it. And no, Chantal, we don't believe you're staying away from Natter. We're not believing it at all. As a matter of fact, the other night you did a live stream and you kept getting calls after you talked about Natter, and as soon as you got those calls, you were like, I don't want to talk about him. So yeah, you're talking about him. He's watching your live streams. He's monitoring your every word. We all know over here. We know. Sharon Riddle says, busy week again? Oh, tomorrow is Thursday again. Probation officer for Natter. Yeah, she's got to go run him around to do his errands. Flower Power says, you're not taking anybody on a trip. You're going on a trip and you're talking to strangers on the internet instead of actually going on a trip with real friends and engaging with the experience fully. It's sad that you need constant attention, even if it's not positive, or given to you by people who care about you like family. It must be lonely going to restaurants and talking on the internet for company. Well, that's because the people on the internet, that's her hug box. That's the only way she can have her hug box. Because if she had real friends, or when she talked to her family, they are not her hug box. They're not going to say things that Chantal wants to hear. She doesn't want criticism. She doesn't want anybody stepping forward and saying, you shouldn't be doing this. You shouldn't be talking to him. It's ruining your life. She doesn't want criticism. She wants her paid for hug box. That's why she likes her YouTube channel. It's her hug box. They'll kiss her butt all day, and they're paying her to kiss her butt. She likes that. Not a fan says, girl, even the bank is stepping in like, stop using food as a crutch. Seriously, though, that's weird. I didn't know and don't understand why there is a cap on how many times you can order Uber Eats in a day. Though, TBF, I've never used those types of apps, so there's probably a lot I don't know about those things. You know, I've never used Uber Eats that much in a day to know if there is a cap. I think maybe the real story is that perhaps her and Pete's are asking for so many flippin' refunds that maybe it's raised an eyebrow with Uber Eats and her bank. I think that's more the story. You know, it's just like when she got Natter his phone because she kept cutting it on and cutting it off. The phone company pretty much said, hold on a minute, what's going on here? Y'all remember that? when she talked about that on Livestream, that the phone company was even like questioning her. Well, now the bank is questioning her because she's ordering so much, and I'm sure because of the whole refund situation, they're like, what's going on here? Is this fraud? Yeah, something must have happened for the bank to say, wait a minute, like, what's all this about? There must be something to that. I think Chantal's lying. I don't think that there is a cap on how many times you can order Uber Eats. I think maybe the refund situation is why they're stepping in and saying, this looks weird. What's going on here? Julie says, dear Lord, please do not let this lady ever get a dog. They are not like cats. They are very dependent and have feelings. Hold on, Julie. Wait a minute, ma'am. Can I just say this very politely and respectfully? Cats are very sensitive creatures. I know because I have had cats since I was 18 years old. I got one right now. Cats are very sensitive to how you feel. They're very sensitive. I know that the image of a cat is a creature that's very aloof and don't care, but trust me, they're very caring, sensitive creatures. If you're feeling sad, they pick up on it and they're all over you. I know recently my cat Booger, she's been picking up that I'm not feeling happy. And she's been making a point to basically be all over me and want me to cuddle her and hold her. And dogs, cats, animals do have feelings. They do. Cats and dogs are both very affectionate. It's not just dogs, it's cats too. And cats may be a little bit more independent than dogs, but still, they do have feelings and they're very, very sensitive. I'm sure a lot of cat owners would agree with me on that. Jessica Ayala says, every time she goes and sees El Scammy, her throat takes a pounding. That's why she sounds like that. I don't know what goes on with her and Natter. I really don't. But every time she goes to see Natter, her throat is all effed up. I don't know if it's something physical happening there or because she's doing too much of the cola and that back nasal drip, it messes up her throat. I don't know what she's doing, y'all. But every time she goes to see Natter, her throat is always messed up for a couple of days. Then she claims it's allergies. Oh, it's allergies doing it to me. No, Chantal, that is not allergies, sis. It's not allergies. And it just seems weird that every time you get around Natter, those allergies activate. That's ridiculous. What is going on with Natter that those allergies suddenly come up and they leave just as quickly? Let's see what else we got here. Annie McDougall says she's been eating that food before she logged on. Half of it is gone unless it's leftovers from last night. In that case, yuck, I hope it was refrigerated. I hope so too, because Miss Mama, if she's eating food that's been sitting out all night, she's asking for a case of food poisoning. That can send her to the hospital. That really will. That will. If you've left out something all night long and it should be refrigerated and it's a protein item, God help you. That is a case of food poisoning waiting to happen. That will make her sick, absolutely sick. And see, Laura Land says she prefers Sam to BBJ because Sam shows disdain for her, while BBJ, for whatever reason, likes her. She only wants to be with those who can't stand her. You know, y'all, I got to take a moment and talk about the cats. I think she likes Sam more than BBJ because Sam, y'all know this, and Chantal's talked about this. Sam has suckled on her belly before. Like, I don't know, that's just a cat thing, but he suckled on her belly before. And Sam is also, he's a big cat. And no hate on the cat because it's not his fault, but he is a bit overweight. He looks like he's a little bit obese, and Chantal is obese. So maybe she feels closer to Sam because of that. But there is a bit of favoritism between those cats. She seems to favor Sam more than BBJ. And that's so sad because BBJ is such a loving cat. All she wants to do is love all over Chantal. Chantal's over there running around trying to find a man to love her. And there's love right there in her own house, right there. If she wants love, but there's love in her own house, begging for her love, and she can't be bothered just because it's not coming from a human. She can't be bothered. And those cats are suffering. They're they're walking around in a filthy, disgusting, moldy, stinky house. They can't run around. BBJ gets constantly beat up by Sam. I guess they're fighting over food, and Chantal can't be bothered to feed them separately. The litter boxes must be disgusting because Pete's won't even show the litter boxes right now. They're living in absolute filth. And I'm just going to say what everybody's feeling. I have a feeling, my opinion now, but this has been repeated elsewhere also. The feeling is that Chantal is deliberately starving her cats. She's starving her cats because if something were to happen, God forbid, to one of them, you know, Natter doesn't like the cats anyway. And maybe she's looking to move in with Natter and she knows she can't take the cats with her. And I'm sorry for this morbid thought. I apologize, but this is just what it is. I think she's deliberately starving the cats because if something happens to one of them, and most likely it'll be BBJ because she's older and obviously she's not eating well, Chantal will then turn around and use the death of one of her cats for sympathy on her channel to try to get some extra super chats. That's a thought that's been shared all over the place. This is nothing new, but I wouldn't put it past Chantal to do that. Here's what else makes me sad. BBJ is almost 20 years old. And if anybody remembers that stream she did with Roman, the vet said on the phone that BBJ should come back for oral surgery. I don't know what's wrong with her mouth. It could be something wrong with her teeth. Maybe she needs a tooth pulled. I don't know. But obviously there's something going on with BBJ's mouth. And she needs oral surgery. Chantal never took her back for that. So that means poor BBJ is having trouble eating. Not only that, but I recently learned that BBJ should be on some kind of medication for something. And I'm sure she's not getting it. So poor BBJ is in very poor health, and Chantal can't be bothered to fix that at all. She'll spend copious amounts of money on food for herself, but not a few hundred on a vet visit to make sure her pets are fine. And I find that disturbing because I'm sure there are lots of people that if Chantal doesn't want BBJ or Sam, they would take them no questions asked and give them the care they need, that medical care they need, make sure that they're clean, that they're groomed, they would give them a clean environment to live in. I feel the only reason why Chantal is holding on to her cats is because she knows that there are many people in her audience that love those cats, and she's basically using it as something to get attention for herself. In closing, I think that she's just using them as props for her show. She won't do the right thing by her cats and give them to other people to take care of. She'd rather just hold on to them and let them live in suffering. So let's move on to the next comment. Let's see. Tara, the humble baker, says, Jesus, take the wheel. Is she trying to lose her mind? Home slice is looking pretty bad, not to mention Marjorie. Yeah, Chantal's been looking rough, and it's not getting any better. I don't care if she puts on face filters, skin filters, wigs. You can tell she's not taking care of herself. Rebecca Taylor says she's trying to start yet another scam for more money, more views, and more attention. Yeah, because her super chats have been sucking lately. I went on Playboard. You know how much she made today? 44 bucks. And that's before YouTube takes their 30%. So take 30% out of 44, that's what she's making. That's pretty small compared to what she usually makes. Too Tired to Care says, when even your bank tells you to stop eating so much. Again, I don't think that there is a cap on how many times you can order from Uber Eats. I think it has to do with her and Pete's over there asking for so many refunds, like the chargebacks. That's going to get a bank's attention. Not how much money you're spending of your money. I don't think they care. I think it has a lot to do with them asking for refund after refund after refund, and it's raising some eyebrows. I think the bank pays attention to that. Christina Ginter says, your true hatred for BBJ really shows in this. Yikes. Yeah, and you know what? That hurts my heart. That really does, because I would take BBJ in a heartbeat if I could. Again, no questions asked. Make sure she got food, medical care. I would do everything for that poor cat because she's in her twilight years. There's no telling how much time she's got left. I think she's been through enough crap with Chantal. She deserves to live in peace until her natural death. And she deserves to have a death where she's not in pain and she's not suffering. And Chantal's just being evil by making them both suffer, her and Sam. So that's it for the comments. Let's move on to the video. And like I said, y'all, we're not going to cover all of this. We're just going to cover a small portion in the front, then the part with BBJ, and then we're out of here. So let's get going with this.
Abby, Penny, Karen, hi, Gamer Girl, Kaylee, Trump, Bussy, Flop, Sausage, Idaho, Trish, is that Indian food? Yeah, lunch and live. Yay, I need a bees 12 hours. Lindsay, Starfish Queen, back by popular, it's hump day. Austin, Trixie, Kimai, Milana, Butter Paneer. What? Just want to bees, Rebecca? Why's the filter? Makes my neck look skinny, but then my head like a ball. All right. I was on hold with the bank. They froze my account for possible fraudulent activity, and it's because I tried ordering Uber Eats like 4 times in one day.
Nah, that's not it. That's not it. The bank is not going to freeze your card because you're ordering too much food, Chantal. I'll bet dimes to donuts. I will put money on the fact that your bank is just, their eyebrows are raised because you're doing all those chargebacks from Uber Eats. You know, sometimes banks will do that to protect your account. All the chargebacks for Uber Eats, and they're wondering what's going on here. What's that? They're not going to stop you from eating. They don't care how much you eat. They're a financial institution. Maybe you're doing too many chargebacks. Refunds from Uber Eats. You know, you and Pete's over there ordering food and then complaining about it just to get the money back in your account. I'm sure that's the reason.
They're like, did you? They're like, we're just going to transfer you to the fraud department to review some purchases with you. I was like, oh, probably just because I tried to order Uber Eats like 4 times in a day. So while I was on hold,
and I think I know the reason why.
You know, credit card fraud.
Shut up, Chantal. I think I know the reason why she orders so much from Uber Eats and why she doesn't go out and gets fast food from, like, say, a fast food restaurant or sits down in a restaurant to eat, because she can't pull this, you know, refund crap on a restaurant or a fast food restaurant. She can pull it with Uber Eats or Postmates, because she could never do this with a restaurant or a fast food restaurant. You know, you go to eat at a restaurant or a fast food restaurant, you pay for what you order. There are no refunds. So Chantal, you might want to stop all that refund nonsense with Postmates and Uber Eats, or you're going to get yourself in big trouble for fraud.
Department. What? Indian food again. Ever have a ham and cheese sandwich? They're telling you to stop eating. Excuse me. What are they going to start judging people for what they buy? I'm not buying a friggin' Mr. Happy Fist. I'm not. No offense if you like that thing. If you want to buy a Mr. Happy Fist, go for it. There's nothing embarrassing. It's Uber Eats. I mean, it's not like. Do I judge Mr. Friggin' John Deere for going to friggin' Rona and buying 800 jackhammers on his credit card? No. Hi, Kay Bowser. You can have a bite, Erica. Hi, Chase. The trial? John Deere from Rona has been
The bank said, not today, Satan. Denied. Even the bank is telling her, no, ma'am. No. No. Not today, Satan.
I'm going to give you my last piece of cheese. Beauty bite.
Ew.
Yum. Oh. I have another one underneath. I think I didn't buy a backup.
Imagine being so into fast food that not only do you buy a huge portion, which should normally feed like 2 people, you buy a backup. Wow.
Hi, Austin Speezer. It's butter paneer L5. Am I praying for Johnny Depp? No. Why would I? Yeah, I missed my nail appointment. Marie F., you can do whatever you want with paneer. Okay? You know?
Okay, I'm so not into watching her eat. That was just a fun part that I wanted to show. Hold on a second. Let me get to the part with the cats. Because this really ticks me off. I don't want to see her laying in bed, whatever. This is the part that I find disturbing.
Stupid fat fucking triangle.
Hold on a minute.
Shoo.
It's coming up, y'all. Just let's deal with her wheezing laugh in the meantime.
Shoo.
Oh my God, the over-exaggerated wheezing laugh. You know where she got that from? Amberlyn Reed. Amberlyn Reed does that, so now Chantal has to do it. She didn't laugh like this in Cuba, and she wasn't being gross and chewing with her mouth open either. When she wants to have manners, she can have it. It's just that when she's at home, she can act as gross as she wants and over-exaggerate her grossness.
Hi. Shoo. Why do I keep cheating on you? Sorry. Because you don't go down. Oh. Yes. Cupid's body. Oh. Why do you stand like that, you stupid fat fucking triangle? Look how he stands.
Being rude to the cats again.
No!
You know what that means. Yep, Mr. Donkey. Keep going, Chantal.
Sam. You're dumb, Sam. Look.
Oh my God, stop with the laughing.
Why
So
is he
obnoxious.
weird looking? Your face is too small for your body.
Back the camera up, Chantal. Nobody wants to see your face that close. And that laugh is horrendous. Just back it all the way up.
Sweetie. Well, I don't know, Agathon. Whatever. Rat guy is best man. Stop rubbing your friggin' bald chin on my friggin' thumb.
Complaining about BBJ trying to give love to her right now.
Stop. People are gonna tell. She's beautiful. There's nothing beautiful about friggin' 80,000-year-old.
See the way she talks to her cats? There's nothing beautiful about an 80,000-year-old. She's a 19, 20-year-old cat, Chantal. She is a beautiful cat. Unfortunately, she's sick because of you. Because you won't take her to the vet and the groomers and get her sorted out. That's why she doesn't look so good right now. Because of you. Because you are a neglectful cat mama. And shame on you.
Smelly cat. People caught you. What are you gonna say now? Hey! What? What? Plain cheeseburgers! Look at your favorite plain cheeseburger. BV. She just looks like she always just woke up. That's what it's like whenever you're 90.
You know, I'm not a vet, but BBJ does not look well. She looks sick. There's no life in her eyes. She looks sick. Poor baby. I mean, I'm not a vet, like I said, but you can just tell something is big time wrong with her.
BBJ. BB Jewel. No. Yeah, her paws are really good actually. Her nails are still cut, see? See.
They don't look well.
See. Yes, I'm just showing. Look at her tongue. You dummy.
BBJ looks so underweight. So underweight. If you look at pictures of BBJ from, like, say 2 years ago compared to how she looks now, she looks completely different. Her coat has no shine to it. She just looks so awful. You poor baby. You don't deserve all the misery that Chantal's giving you. Chantal, you suck.
I want to kiss it. It smells like cat breath. See this? I know the tongue. Look. Sometimes she does that when she licks. See? Stop being cute.
I hate the fact that she will eagerly use BBJ and Sam for her channel, but she can't be bothered to make sure that they're well fed and well taken care of and can't change the litter box. Horrible.
Hey.
And you're right. Somebody says, and Neko says, geez, brush them. Yeah, that's something she should be doing with both cats. They're both long-haired cats. She should be brushing them. She doesn't brush them, doesn't take care of them, can't be bothered to take them to the vet. But here, let me use them for my YouTube channel because my audience likes them. That's so on brand with Chantal. Use anything to get attention and get super chats, but don't take care of it.
Yeah, her breast stinks.
She might have an oral infection. Take her to the vet and it will not. I've got a 9-year-old cat. Her breath don't stink. Usually the breath stinks because there's maybe a tooth infection or a cavity. Go have it looked at, Chantal.
She's purring. You know you're smelly.
Well, Chantal, if you didn't have a house that was full of junk and mold and stinky food, they wouldn't stink. Cats normally don't stink. They're very clean animals. They're always cleaning themselves. If they stink, it's not because of them. It's because of the environment that they're in. Your bedroom is full of rotting food. Your house is full of rotting food and fruit flies. How can they not smell? You smell. They come in contact with you. It's not them, it's you.
And you're proud. Egyptian type face. Me? Oh, BBJ. Egyptian cat. Alright, guys. I know, bees are juice. I didn't block you. He's sitting on it, but I have the remotes for these candles. LED candles, and up there is my grandma Ashley. Can you move, Sam? Show under my. I don't have an under my bed. Claustrophobic. You want to look outside?
Yeah, and that's another thing. Chantal made sure to get the bedroom with the balcony. The least you can do is open up that area and let the cats go out there sometimes to get some sun and to relax. She never does. She made a big deal about getting the room with the balcony, but never let the cats out on the balcony. Hardly ever. What's the point of getting the room with the balcony if you don't even use it, Chantal?
How do I get to the studio? Why wouldn't it take me to the studio? Your channel. Customized channel? Lovely Liz, Beffy Weffy, Black Panthers Club.
Okay, we're done here. I told you guys it was going to be brief, and I'm keeping my promise. We don't need to see any more. She's doing another live stream right now, or maybe she just finished it up. We'll see what's going on there. If there's anything noteworthy, I'll react to it. So that's it for this react. Hope you guys have enjoyed. If you do, please like and subscribe and leave a comment if you wish. So I'm out, and you guys, please take care. Bye-bye.